Tonight, a man under police guard after his partner's body is found in an apartment. A helping hand from the west, a convoy of road trains full of hay on the way to drought-stricken farmers in the central west. A mother dead from blood poisoning and a tattoo artist facing a world-first manslaughter charge. A man faces court accused of seriously injuring two female police officers from Orange who were trying to arrest him. And the Penrith Panthers players shine a light on 12 months of chaos under Anthony Griffin.
This is 9 News Central West with Vanessa O'Hanlon.
Good evening. A 62-year-old man remains under police guard tonight after his partner's body was discovered in a unit in Sydney's south. A nurse on a routine call to the woman's home discovered her body, calling police, who quickly turned the block of apartments into a crime scene.
Happier times, Alan Greentree and his partner Dawn Butterworth celebrating Christmas last year. But today, tragedy for the couple. Damien Ryan, 9 News.
And if you or someone you know is struggling to cope, you can contact Lifeline on 13 11 14. Sparks flew at the Banking Royal Commission today as one of NAB's most senior executives returned to answer accusations the bank hadn't been transparent with Australia's corporate regulator. Andrew Haggar was forced to face claims the NAB delayed revealing the amount of compensation it needed to pay customers, so it didn't look bad.
The NAB's Chief Customer Officer, Andrew Haggar, was hauled back before the Royal Commission to answer claims he deliberately withheld information from corporate cop ASIC to avoid poor publicity.
A father dropping his daughter at school in the Blue Mountains has crashed and rolled his car into a front yard at Springwood. The 52-year-old was trapped for an hour. His 14-year-old daughter was helped out by passing motorists, including an off-duty police officer. A police officer has been treated for serious facial injuries after an assault in Orange. Another senior constable was also injured. The accused now charged with a number of offences.
Hurt in the line of duty. 2 female senior constables injured during an arrest at a home in Cypress Street.
The 29-year-old male assaulted one of the female constables by punching her to the face region and another officer to their shoulder.
Brittany Hughes, 9 News.
Water storage levels in Orange have hit dangerous levels, now at their lowest in 2 years. At this stage, council aren't concerned, but say if the region continues to see dry conditions, they've got a plan.
Once filled with water, now running dry. Orange's water storage levels have dropped significantly, reaching their lowest levels since 2016 as the big dry bites. Madison Langley, 9 News.
It's a convoy with a cause, more than a dozen trucks travelling through 3 states over 5 days. The cross-country road trip, all to deliver hay to struggling farmers in the Central West.
They gathered at dawn on a mission from the west to help struggling farmers in the east.
Meanwhile, farmers have been given the chance to escape from the drought and step away from their properties for a night on the town. The Black Tie and Boots Ball in Bathurst raising $150,000, with all funds to be donated to Rural Aid, who will employ a specialised mental health counsellor. Still ahead tonight, it saves time and money, but is there a downside to getting vaccinated at a chemist? At least 12 children are among 39 people killed when a weapons depot exploded in northern Syria. Rescuers have been scouring the decimated building, pulling out those trapped beneath the rubble.
How could anyone survive this? The buildings that stood here were home to families and children, many of whom are now buried under the rubble.
A walk in a park has ended in disaster. Behind these trees, a little girl is being attacked by 2 American bulldogs. What a flooded river washed away from a car dealership. Sad health news on singing great Aretha Franklin. And she lost her home to developers. Now this 93-year-old war widow has found a new lease of life. We'll tell you why after the break. The hunt is on for the owner of 2 dogs which attacked a young girl in a park in Sydney's south. The toddler was playing by the water when she was mauled by the American bulldogs.
A mother on a Monday morning stroll with her 2-year-old daughter. They go into Torella Reserve and the toddler decides she wants to play by the water.
On average, Australians visit chemists 14 times a year, which is why pharmacists want to offer more services to boost vaccination rates. In New South Wales, they're only able to give the flu vaccine, but they have a new plan for expansion, a plan which doesn't please doctors.
As a business owner with little time to spare, Eliza O'Sullivan finds it much easier to get the flu vaccine from her local pharmacist.
It's just super convenient, it's inexpensive, much more convenient than going to my GP.
It costs her about $20.
Dufficy joins us tonight for sport, and Panthers players are opening up about their coach's sacking, Luke.
Yes, good evening, Vanessa. It's been a dramatic week at Penrith, but coming up, why the players feel they're better off without Anthony Griffin. Plus, 1 week, that's how long Paul Gallen has to make a decision about his playing future. Why Will Genia would prefer to win a Bledisloe Cup than a World Cup. And Tiger Woods fires late but falls just short of another major. They promise a world of entertainment, and it seems the Panthers band is back in tune. Under interim coach Cameron Ciraldo, the players have a unified sense of direction they say was long missing under Anthony Griffin.
There's been a lot brewing at Penrith this year. Today, the players finally revealing the problems that have plagued their 2018 season.
Manchester City has begun its Premier League title defence with an impressive win over Arsenal. City scored a goal in each half as they dispatched the Gunners 2-0 at Emirates Stadium. Liverpool got its campaign off to a winning start, putting 4 goals past West Ham at Anfield. Orange Emus have secured a home ground grand final in the Blouse Cup, holding out Bathurst Bulldogs in the major semi-final. Bathurst will now face Cowra next weekend to keep their title hopes alive.
Emus were out to maul the Dogs. Jack Marchington breaking from the pack to score first points.
Cowra are the Group 10 minor premiers, edging out Orange Hawks by a single competition point. The Magpies partied hard after their 34-16 final round victory over Lithgow. If Cowra had lost, Hawks would have been on top after the two Blues flexed their muscle with a 30-point win over Mudgee. Coming up next, Gavin Morris with all the weather details.
This weather update proudly brought to you by Oak Tree Retirement Village. Now in Orange, Bathurst and coming soon to Dubbo and Mudgee. Book a tour today.
To finance and markets are concerned about Turkey's economy and its collapsing currency. The All Ords closing more than 25 points lower. Our dollar is buying 72.72 US cents. And for the weather now with Gavin and details of some warm August days, Gav.
Thanks so much, Vanessa. That's right, very warm conditions on the way across the drought-stricken areas of New South Wales. Temperature-wise today, it was a cold start, frost galore, plenty of those, mostly maxing out around the mid-teens across the flatlands, escaping the teens, or the single digits, I should say, around Bathurst, but Orange didn't get there, quite chilly. And around the Blue Mountains, it was also quite cool today. Rain, again, mostly falling throughout the southeast, the wetter than average. Winter continues there, and in the southwest, this system clearing from the southeast as a new one arrives in the southwest. You can literally see the imprint of this massive blocking high over the nation on the satellite image tonight. It's another big one, and it's centred right across the central west plains, and it'll be passing over eastern Australia during tomorrow as the front clips in over the southwest land division, squeezes into the bite and keeps the winds very strong throughout Tasmania and Victoria yet again. Dry tomorrow and becoming really quite mild. There's a lot of warmth building again throughout central Australia, and it's headed our way in the coming days. So again, daytime temperatures above average, above the norm, but the cold nights still with us, getting windy throughout the southeast as the showers push through Perth again with that latest front. Taking a look at the risk of rain tomorrow, the chances of, I'd say nothing again, nothing whatsoever. We've had a little bit of cloud there consistently across the Riverina, mostly southern New South Wales, from all of that frontal activity that is passing over the southeast, south of the Murray, but not doing anything, that can help our situation out. So again, you've mostly got the northerly winds kicking in, so that is going to make for some milder days. Temperatures around the mid-teens, and we'll probably see slightly milder conditions overnight tomorrow. So the wind's moving, stirring it up, so we're not going to see as many frosts throughout tomorrow, but up around 16 degrees. You can see around the mid-teens there right across the region. We've got a couple of 18s in the forecast, and it'll get milder to the north in the coming days, much milder. We'll start to see these teen days be diminished as we move into the middle part of the week. So high teens tomorrow right across the central West Plains and up over the ranges, closer to the mid-teens throughout tomorrow, and same for the Blue Mountains, and mostly fine dry skies yet again. No rain that is anywhere near the foreseeable future at this point. Sun to rise 6:38, down at 5:39. Not much moon about. We've got a new moon on our hands this week, so quite dark. There's that cloud cover consistently pushing across the Riverina, becoming very mild there on Wednesday and remaining that way with the next system approaching on the weekend, and then we're going to see temperatures drop again as we move into Sunday. So across the tablelands into the mid-teens in the coming days, a little bit cooler and cloudy, then getting windier for the weekend, and then a mighty cold outbreak again coming through to kickstart the new week. Similar story for Dubbo and the central West Plains. We're looking at the low 20s, very mild Wednesday, cooling off and then becoming very cold by the time we get to Sunday.
Thanks, Gav. And that's 9 News for this Monday. Tracy's up next for a current affair. I'm Vanessa O'Hanlon. Enjoy your evening. Good night.